G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 31 of this FIFA 23 Arsenal Career Mode series. Make sure to drop a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy, and make sure to check out the previous episodes to see how we got here. And looking at the table, we are still currently first in the league. Spoiler alert for last episode, we did just get knocked out of the Champions League, so that trophy is no longer up for grabs for us, but we are still in the FA Cup and the Premier League race as well is still in our favour at this stage with not many games to go, but we have a few massive games coming up as well. As you see here, the stats of Jesus leading the Golden Boot, even though he's played like 9 less games than the next closest player due to being injured. And we've been hit with the injury bug quite a lot this season with the likes of Jesus going down early in the year. I think Trossard in the past has gone down, and then Odegaard and Declan Rice as well. But getting back into the Premier League now, going to be playing Aston Villa, and we get it out to Saka, and Saka should score from here, but Martinez actually makes a great save early on, because that would have really put us in good stead for the rest of the game. But it comes out to Partey, and we hit it on the volley, and it hits the outside of the post there. Partey going for the spectacular, and it nearly pays off. Aston Villa. Surely Watkins is offside there, and he is, luckily. I thought he was, but you never really know until they signal it. But here we are now, midway through the second half, and a beautiful pass there to who is that? I don't know who that was, but what a rocket of a shot that was, and he gives them the lead. So we're gonna have to come from behind again. I've been saying that a lot recently. And Bellingham with a good header, but Martinez keeps it out. And we actually lose 1-0. On XG, it was a very even game. We took a lot of shots, but we didn't really have any clear-cut ones. And that's a big 3 points of drop there. As you see there, Liverpool convert against Wolves. And now we're going to be getting into this FA Cup against Chelsea in the semi-final. Spurs have actually made it to the final. And I believe that's who we beat in the Carabao Cup final, I think. So could it be a repeat of that? I am hoping to get at least a second trophy this season, as it looks like the Premier League could be ours again. But seeing that we've already won the league once, I would like to win another trophy or two. And I guess we did win the Carabao Cup, so that is one we haven't had before. But I'm going to change up the lineup slightly. I'm going to move Milinkovic-Savic to the more attacking centre midfield spot. And I'm going to bring in Zinchenko for the big game and just hope he's rock solid there. But this is a big, big game at Wembley, I believe, because it's the semi-final and we're going up against one of our rivals in Chelsea. Hopefully we can get the job done. But you see that Chelsea actually just defeated Manchester United as we just defeated Manchester City. So both teams taking out a Manchester team. And now we're looking for a victory here as we get ahead to Bellingham, and Bellingham. I don't know what type of finish that was. I just know it wasn't a very good one. But we're still in the attack again, and Kepa makes a good save there to deny us. Now we skip ahead now, quite deep into the second half. It's going to be Mason Mount. He's been linked to Arsenal in real life recently. And he hits it, and what a goal that was. I think Ramsdale actually could have done quite a bit better. But Mason Mount just caught him off guard, and we're actually going to lose this semi-final contest. It was quite a dead game. We didn't have many chances at all, and Chelsea nearly put a second one on us there, but it didn't really matter in the end as they already had the game wrapped up. And unfortunately, it's not like the Carabao Cup where there's a second leg. We're knocked out, and just like that, we've been eliminated from 2 competitions in 2 episodes. You see that only 4 shots to 5 shots. No team really deserved to score, but Ramsdale had a bit of an error, and unfortunately, that error has knocked us out of the cup. So now we're going to have to go back into the Premier League now. We really need to pick up a victory. It's been quite a while since we've picked up a victory. And surprisingly enough, we actually have to play Chelsea again. So Chelsea in back-to-back games. And we have to deal with Mason Mount again, who gets it to Sterling, and Sterling's got all day to wrap that goal up there. And he does. Ramsdale unable to pull off a miracle save. And they look to go up 2-0 here. Saliba gets caught on it, and it falls to Mason Mount, and he doubles their advantage midway through the first half. And it's not looking good. I don't know where our momentum's gone and where the attacking play is, and just the defense as well. Just everywhere not working out great. But Saka does cut the deficit in half there. Still in the first half, so we still have a lot of time to try to get back into this one. And we really need to, because all of a sudden the league's looking doubtful. And then we could only walk away with a Carabao Cup, which would be very disappointing. But Jesus spins on a dime there, but couldn't score. Kepa with another good save. Now he sprayed out wide to Tierney. Tierney's going to cross it in. Bellingham with the header, and this time Bellingham's header gets past the goalie, and we tie it up 2-0. And with around 5 minutes remaining, Trossard plays to Tierney. He's been rapid down that left wing. And Tierney, he's going to cut it across, and Kepa just hasn't reacted. And Jesus pounces and scores the winner. A late goal to secure victory and the 3 points. Kepa's absolutely had a mare there. I guess it kind of makes up for Ramsdale's error last game, but Kepa's might have been worse, to be honest. Actually, I think it was worse. But Chelsea do have a chance to equalise late on here. Jorginho. Ramsdale comes to the rescue this time. We're just going to hold the ball really for the last minute there, and we walk away with a 3-2 win. Only having 4 shots again to their 5, and they deserved it on XG, but we scored 3 goals from our 4 shots, so you can't really ask for a better strike rate than that. But we were pretty lucky in that one. And we get news that Declan Rice is just about ready to rejoin the team. And that's going to be crucial, because you see here we're only 2 points up now on Liverpool. No games in hand either, so if we drop a game, Liverpool can take the lead in the league. We have a tough game against Newcastle, and they have Sheffield United, who I'm pretty sure are in the bottom half of the table, that's for sure. But we are at home, so hopefully we can get the 3 points here. Newcastle United look to be a real up-and-coming team in real life as well, as we play a ball over the top to Jesus. Is he onside? I think he is, but the keeper makes a great save there to keep us out. And that's very unlike Jesus to miss a one-on-one. And it's going to be Newcastle. Ramsdale with a save, but he palms it straight out, and Willock's there to poach the goal there as he celebrates against his former team, a former Arsenal man. But Jesus with an acrobatic attempt there, and it's going to be Pope again with the save. And Gabriel making a forward run there. We get it to Milinkovic-Savic. Probably could have sweated it, but he might have been offside. But he decided to go himself, and he makes it 1-0. Still very early on here, and plenty of time to go. It's going to be Wilson here. Gets by Tierney. They work it around nicely. Who are they going to get it to? It's Willock again. And is he onside? He is. And he's just like that. He's scored 2 goals now. Joe Willock really becoming a thorn in our side now. And it's going to be Isaac. I know about that guy. That guy is an absolute beast. And they cross it. Oh, what a beautiful goal. And it's Willock again. And just like that, he's got a hat-trick in 24 minutes. This is the best game of his life, and it's not even halfway over yet. And now we're on the counter here. We look to respond through Saka. Falls to Bellingham. And Martinelli finds it, and he thumps that into the top corner. A brilliant finish from Gabriel Martinelli. And it's 3-2 now. But Joe Willock on the attack finds Isaac. And they get it down to St. Maximin, who plays it across the goal beautifully. And these are the best goals I've ever conceded. Just beautiful ball movement from Newcastle. And they take a 4-2 lead into the second half, and they're not stopping there. They work at Wilson to Isaac. Or is it Isaac? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but he puts them up 5-2. And just like that, it's getting a little bit embarrassing. We play a ball over the top to the substitute Calvert-Lewin. And it gets blocked, but he wins the header down, and Milinkovic-Savic gets himself a second. But it only makes it 5-3 and a little bit less embarrassing. But we were absolutely dominated. Their goals were spectacular. And you look at the XG, and it probably could have been worse, to be honest. They were just absolutely brilliant, and we were shocking defensively. And just like that, we've lost control of the league. We're now second place. And the Arsenal board's informing me that my job and the club's recent performances are unacceptable, and the games don't get any easier here as we're going to have to play Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, and the rest of Manchester City. But the good news is that Declan Rice can play again now. You see there, he's actually our highest rated player along with Saka at a 90 overall. I'm going to bring in Tomiyasu and Zinchenko as wing-backs. But every game matters now, as there's only a few left. Now that Liverpool have the lead, we need them to slip up. And any more slip-ups from us can be very, very costly, and that could be the end of the league. But it's going to be Manchester City, and Phillips goes for the spectacular, but Ramsdale manages to tip it over the bar. This time it's De Bruyne. Plays it out wide to Rodri. To Asensio. To Haaland. Of course it's Haaland. And he scores. It was always going to be a tough ask to keep Haaland out of the goals. But to go down 1-0 in the first half is not a good start. But luckily Ramsdale was equal to that shot by Silva. And it's still only a 1-goal lead as Jesus makes the run. A good ball over the top. Can he finish on his non-preferred? He does. A real good low shot there by Jesus. It was just very beautifully placed and a good amount of power. But now we lose it in a dangerous area, but Ramsdale comes up clutch and saves it, and that could save us a point. But we don't want a point. We want all three. It's going to be Milinkovic-Savic. Goes himself. I took it a bit early, but it hits the crossbar. Ederson was scrambling for his life, and in the end didn't really attempt to save it. But now we're in stoppage time. Declan Rice to Saka. Saka waits for the run of Bellingham. Bellingham a one-on-one, but Ederson comes up huge and saves the game for Manchester City and saves them a point. And just like that, we've dropped another 2 points in this one, only picking up the 1. And it really just depends on what Liverpool did. But you see there, on XG, Manchester City should have won. They had double the amount of shots. And I'm going to be really looking at my squad and players in the eye because we just haven't been good enough recently. And Liverpool didn't slip up, and they've taken a 3-point lead now. So it's just about over the league. We need to win. We cannot afford to lose or even draw at this stage. But funnily enough, our last game is against Liverpool, and we have the advantage again on goal difference, which is how we won the league last year. We won on goal differential, and that could happen again as long as we get a win here. Jesus shoots and scores to put us out to an early lead. So for once, we start off strong, which seems like we haven't done in ages. And Bellingham takes a deep shot. I thought that was in, but it tickles the top netting there. It honestly fooled me at the time. I thought it was in. But now it's going to be Martinelli deep on in the second half to make it 2 goals. And he does. 2-goal advantage now. We shouldn't draw or lose it from here, that's for sure. But everyone knows about FIFA cheese and scripting, and it always feels like it happens at the end. And I think that's Julian Alvarez from Manchester City who they've brought in. And he gets one back, and just like that, with 10 minutes to play, could have still been anyone's game, but luckily we held out there. You see there, our defense was much better. Only gave up 2 shots, and the possession was in our favor by quite a bit as well. And so next episode is going to be the finale of Season 2. As you see, the Liverpool pick up a win against Manchester City. I was hoping they'd do me a solid. But we are 3 points behind Liverpool. I think if we beat them, we win the league on goal differential. But if we draw or lose, that's it. We've lost the league and we've bottled it. But you'll have to see next episode, guys. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And let me know down below, are we gonna win the league for a second straight season? And if you want a season 3, I'm leaning towards doing it anyway, but I just love some feedback either way. But I'll see you in the next one. Peace.